Happy Monday. I'm just having a quick little snack. I hope that you guys all had a great week. And I hope that you've got something yummy to drink. I'm going to wait for a few of you to join. I like to jump on just a little bit early. And I will be keeping track of who's jumping in tonight and saying hello. For those of you that are here early, I am really, really excited because we have a really interesting show on deck. We're going to be talking about longevity. But before we get to that, hi, Cindy. Happy to have you here. Before we get to this stuff, I'll just set this stuff aside for a second. I joined early so that we can just catch up on everybody's week and see how everyone was. I had an excellent, excellent week. Got to spend some time with my grandbabies. Actually got a lot of grandkid time. I was on the lake yesterday with Bailey and her little ones, Coco. Turns out Coco, just a little bit mean. And that's her mom saying that, not me. Coco is one of my youngest grandkids, and she's teething right now. We spent the day on the lake yesterday, and it was so much fun. So Coco cashed forward. We all went swimming and hung out. And then last night, I had my son and his wife, Malia, over. And that was great. All four of their kids. In fact, I've got my youngest granddaughter, Navy, who's coming over tonight as soon as I'm done hanging out with all of you. And we are going to have a sleepover. I've been cycling through all of them to have sleepovers and just to hang out. And it's so much fun. I love it. It was so funny. Last night, my son, who's 30, was saying, Mom, I need the sleepover. He's got little Harley, who's 9, Jagger, who's 6, Navy, who's 3, and then my youngest grandchild, little sweet boy, Bane. And Bane is just about 3 months old, August, 2 months old. So it was so fun. I got to see all of them. And by the end of the night, it was so cute. My son was like, look, I know the kids love to stay, but how about if I have my sisters and me come and stay for a night? So that was fun. It's always nice when you get to celebrate with your adult kids. Oh, no. Dave, on this screen, it says live is coming soon. Are we?
Yeah, let me refresh that.
Should we take a look at this one?
Sure.
I have Dave joining me
Hello.
tonight. Who do we have? Hers join the room. Hi, good to see you tonight. I'm so happy that everybody is starting to find that these are now on the website. I know that was a big change for everybody. I, too, used to watch a lot of these on social media. And so transferring into the website, if you've got friends that love Suzanne, love Suzanne's products, the entire family, pass it on to them. Let them know that we're now on the website.
Good.
We got it?
Yep.
Okay. Great. So will I see just the chat here?
Correct.
Okay. But I'll see who's joining the room over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think we've got it. We all set? Okay. Seems like I always have technical problems at the beginning, but we do eventually figure it out. So I'm going to let everyone jump in. I always like to shout out to everybody and say hello. Hi, Michelle. Good to have you here. I'm so happy that you were able to join. Hi, Shannon. Good to have you. Always fun to visit. I also just got a text message from my daughter, Gabriella. I talk about her quite a bit. And she was asked to be in her best friend from high school's wedding today. So that's so fun. I literally just got a text message. Hi, Maria. Welcome into the room. Hi, Karen. Good to have you tonight. So big shout out and congratulations to Gigi, my daughter's best friend. They've been best friends forever. She's got Morgan and Gigi. Smart cake, you like my hair. Thank you. I'm talking about it tonight. Miracle. Hi, Dul Stu. Good to see you. So if you are watching Gabriella and Gigi, mwah, love you. And congratulations, Gigi. I cannot wait to hear all the details of the wedding. This is going to be so much fun. What? They didn't announce tonight's live on Facebook. Really? Well, thanks for the heads up, Chili Mango. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you. Betty Lou, hi. Welcome to the room, Betty Lou. Somebody says they saw it on Instagram. I'm happy that you did. I always love visiting with all of you so much, so much, so much. So thank you. Last week, I updated everybody. I had been gone for several weeks. I got this one bang that keeps falling in my face. I had been gone for several weeks, took a little family time, and someone's saying that it was posted on Facebook earlier. Y'all are so good at keeping each other updated. I love it. And so there's been a couple of updates. For consistency, for any of you that missed it, we are going, around 30, 45 minutes for each of these chats. So if I move a little quickly, that's why. I can always stay and visit just a little bit longer. But for consistency, we're doing that. So I've chosen 3 products. And one of the reasons that I chose the products tonight is because there is a site sale. So if you go to SuzanneSummers.com, there's a big boutique that has a whole bunch of her longevity items in it. And one of the things that I loved, and I know a lot of you loved about Suzanne, was her, number one, how vital she was. And longevity and education was so incredibly important to her. And I've really, really felt blessed to be able to continue to tell some of her stories and some of the history on some of the products. And then also as a beauty expert myself for over 20 years, I just kind of add my own little spin into a few things because I have tried and worked with over, 2,000 beauty brands. And currently I work with 2 of them. They are both clean beauty. I hand selected each of them because I love these brands dearly. Who said, what lipstick are you wearing? Sassy Jelly. Do you want to hear something funny? I actually grabbed it because I was like, I wonder if anyone's going to ask about my lipstick. I don't usually do a brighter lipstick. So hold on. Let me just wipe it off so I can make it pretty for everyone. And I'm going to show you the color. It is such a beautiful color. The lipstick I have on is Garnet. I'll show it to you really quickly. Remember, it's going to pull and look a little different on everybody. I did 2 layers of it. If you want it, it's Garnet. It's the new formula. I love it. It's gorgeous. Stunning, stunning, stunning. One of my favorite shades. It's like a combination. It's not even in the show tonight, but I wondered if you'd ask, so I grabbed it and I brought it with me. It is like a combination of a coral and a red and a pink all together. So, somebody says they wore it today and it looks different on you. That's the thing about lipsticks and skin tones. I don't even have a mirror with me, but I'll do a quick little touch up. Oh, someone says I ordered it and I couldn't wait. I saw you talk about it in the last show. Yes, it's really pretty. It's also what I'm wearing for blush. You can touch it up. So, but I want to get into the things that are scheduled in the show. And I'm so happy that you ordered this. You'll have to let me know what you think of it because I really love it a lot. Her lipsticks are, without question, best clean beauty lipsticks that I've ever tried. They don't feather, they don't bleed. I could do a whole hour on just lipsticks. In fact, maybe I will. We'll see. Anyways, so thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. Now I better wipe it off my hand. And you got to really wipe because they last a really long time. Hi, Sandy. I'm happy that you're here tonight. Welcome in. Hi, Joanne. Happy Monday. So happy to see you. Okay. So who's ready for a conversation on longevity? If you go online right now to SuzanneSummers.com, there are, I want to say 3 or 4 pages that list a whole bunch of her products that really specialize in longevity. There was everything. There's skincare, there's olive oils, there's balsamic vinegar, there is hair care, there's supplements. But in the spirit of time, because I like to be able to kind of dive in and do, as much as I can to educate you on all the products and how and why they're different, I chose 3 of them tonight. So we're going to be talking about ashwagandha, which we know cortisol, that stress hormone, it really wreaks havoc. Cortisol is released twice naturally, once in the morning and once in the evening so that you can sleep. Ashwagandha is a natural version. It's an adaptogen. So that's going to help you to balance and manage your stress cortisol. So this is an excellent product. I'll be touching on this towards the end of the show. Last week, I started to talk a little bit about the gel, and tons of you were online talking about how much you love this as well. It's the styling gel. It's the orange vanilla. It's fabulous. Not the 80s styling gel that I was used to. Not crispy, not crunchy. It helps hold the curl, helps calm your frizz. I'll get into a full presentation of that as well. But I want to start with how and why my naturally frizzy hair, like it's really large, feels much more calm tonight. And forgive the appearance of my grow back brush. I know that she's a little dirty, but she's very well loved. I guard her with my life. I've got daughters and granddaughters that always want me to brush their hair with this because it feels so good on the scalp. I've waited to like comb through my hair just a little bit because I could not believe how silky, how smooth, how easy it was to blow dry, and how manageable it stays. And what it did was it took me back to my favorite product, and that's hard to say with Suzanne because there were so many. I worked with Suzanne on a shopping network for many years. If you don't know the backstory for Suzanne and I, she had a product that was what was called the True Brazilian Activating Serum. And I swore by that. Not only did I swear by it, but sometimes while Suzanne and I were on the air together, we had a makeup artist, Megan, who did our hair and makeup for the network. And she would come out and do a walk on, and she would like thank Suzanne because my hair is wiry, curly. On top, it's kind of like witch's broom. On the bottom, I guess they call it Irish curls, where they're kind of ringlet. The length that you see, I love transparency. The length, some of it is extension. My own natural hair is around this long. Now, when I started back in March, my own natural hair was around this long. So grow back for me, combined with a few other products, has been incredibly, incredibly helpful. I also do all the Gut Renew supplements, and I do take all of Suzanne's supplements. So full disclosure on that. Somebody is saying they love the brush for wet hair, and Gummy Dips is saying it's great because it doesn't brush your hair out. I do need to actually feed my granddaughter snacks. Navy hates to have her hair brushed. Hates it. I do have to like feed her snacks as I'm brushing it, but I can tell you it does not pull the hair out. So if you've got granddaughters or people that are finicky with their scalp, grab the Grow Back brush. I don't have it in the show tonight, but it is excellent. It's as good as everyone says. So back in the day, she had this Brazilian activating serum, and it was so powerful that Megan, our makeup artist, would come out on set when Suzanne and I were on the air, and she would tell a story about my styling time, my frizz control, and my curl. Because it would, when you're on camera in big studios, there's lots of big lights and everything gets hot. And for any of you that have textured or wiry or dry hair, or if you are postmenopausal and your hair is no longer silky like it was in your 20s, you can relate with this. When we get hot and sweaty and the humidity starts to draw in, that pulls into our hair and everything just gets frizzy. So Megan used to have to come out and like touch up my hair over and over until I found the True Brazilian Activating Serum. What happened was that was reformulated, and this was brought to the forefront. So this is Grow Back Shield and Shine. And this is that True Brazilian Activating Serum with a few things that are added. So what it still has in it is the squalene that is going to prevent breakage and thermal damage. Panthenol, that's going to help strengthen your hair shaft. Abyssinian seed oil, that's going to help with shine and frizz. There's also jojoba esters in this. That's a conditioning agent that's going to not only smooth and calm your hair, but it's also going to give you beautiful volume. So on top of all of those things, which the True Brazilian especially had that obsidian seed oil in it, that I think was the magic ingredient, in my opinion, this is now the Grow Back formula. So for those of you that haven't experienced the Grow Back whole system, that's a plant stem cell formula that is available online. And I think it's in the longevity program right now. It has ashwagandha, rosemary root extract. And what it does is it helps to support a healthy scalp without chemicals, and it helps to support healthy hair growth. That's now been infused. So what this product is it is your anti-frizz, it's your heat protectant, it's your styling serum. It's going to help to define your curl. And what it does is it calms and smooths, and it shields and adds shine. So it does exactly what the title says. It shields and it helps to shine. My hair, if you guys know me well or have seen like any photos or anything like that, it gets quite frizzy. So what I did today, and we are going to be posting a video because I did a whole little get ready with me today while I was getting ready, and it shows like my entire process for how I did my hair. I think that that'll be posted in probably the next 2 weeks or so. But shampoo, conditioner, then grow back, then gel. And after that, I just kind of curled my ends a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run a brush through it really quickly. And then I want you guys to see how smooth and how shiny. And I put nothing else in my hair. So I don't have hairspray. I don't have a shine serum. All I have in it is the gel and the grow back. If you have hair that's really difficult to manage and you're like, okay, I need something to make it look like when I was younger, my hair was silky and smooth. And granted, I mean, it's hair. And I'm I think I'm 53. Turning 54, I'm not sure. Or I'm 50. Yeah, I'm 53 turning 54. So my hair is aging. I'm aging. We're all aging, and it's a blessing. I love it. This product, as far as hair care goes, grow back and this, I know that this is a big statement. Please don't give me hate in the chat for it. It has changed everything about my hair for styling. So what you do, and I mean, you guys look at like, you can see, I just got my hair colored. So this is my hair from here up. That's why you can see, like, see how it gets a little bit more fine on the ends? One of the reasons that I have extensions, and I'm hoping to get rid of them, but one of the reasons that I have them is because working on live television, you're lit from behind. And so even really great hair can look really sparse and thin. And then I have been really honest and, you know, kind of talked a little bit about my personal life. I've had a pretty stressful few years. We'll get into that with the ashwagandha. And when you have elevated cortisol levels, hair shedding and hair loss, it can happen from a lot of things: hormones, medication, lack of sleep. But elevated cortisol can really help, can really cause a lot of shedding. So the normal amount of hair that you should shed on a daily basis is anywhere from 50 to 200 strands. I was shedding handfuls. So I lost a lot of my hair. So I have been supplementing it with extensions. But everything from about here up is my own hair. And even if I look at like the underside, you can see like super shiny, nice thick ends. This product has been game changer. And if you're using it, please drop in the chat and let everybody know how wonderful you think it is. Now, how do you use it? Shampoo, condition. Sally says, all I use is Suzanne's hair products. When I try something else, I always regret it. Yeah, her hair products are extraordinary and they smell so good. Thank you. A lot of you are complimenting the hair. I say thank you, Suzanne, and thank you to the entire product development team and everybody behind the scenes, because this is really responsible. So how do we use it? Shampoo, condition. Depending on the length of your hair, you can take anywhere from 1 to 15 pumps of this product. So shampooed and conditioned, kind of wrung my hair out, did a rough, run my fingers through it. And then I took around 8 pumps of this. Now I started at the ends and I worked my way up because I've got relatively fine hair, but I'm getting more of it. I have kind of a lot of it, but I'm getting more of it, thankfully. This is great. And then after I started to style, once I was working my blow dryer through it, and then I kind of twisted my dryer with a round brush and I curled the ends. And then I did take and clip the ends with the heated curling iron. I could do that because I was using the gel, which also has a lot of protective ingredients in it. I'm going to go to this next. But after that, I kind of just let it sit still, that curl set. And then I sat down with you guys and I just brushed through it. And the extensions, of course, way down here, those are always going to look smooth. Thank you these, I can't take any credit for these, but up here, my hair can be very, very, very frizzy and hard to manage. And if my daughters or my son are watching right now, they would say they had funny nicknames for me on vacation because my hair would get so frizzy. So as soon as I hit humidity, I love it. It's incredible. If you're using Grow Back, the goal is for your hair and your scalp to become healthier. Remember, everything starts with a healthy base. Everything. Our gut, our scalp, our skin, all of it starts with a healthy base. And our grow back, although I don't have it in the show this evening, it is an extraordinary set. I have consistently kept using it. It has been phenomenal. This is worth its weight in gold. It's $44.99. There's a site-wide sale that's happening right now. You don't need a lot of it. Somebody says that. Karen Reed just says, I barely need any. So it's really, really wonderful. And thank you guys for the support on this one. So Patricia says, I like Suzanne's gel. I just ordered a new bottle yesterday. Let's go to that next because I like it as well. And if you guys have questions on any of these things, drop them in the chat and let me know. And if I can answer them, I will. I do also keep the same paperwork that everybody in the company uses just to make sure that I've got all of the things. But I talked about the squalene. That's going to help with breakage and thermal protection, the panthenol, the obsidian seed oil. That is where you're getting the shine and the frizz protection. That was also in that True Brazilian. Jojoba esters, they're conditioning agents. They're going to be great for volume. These things I already covered, but I just want to make sure. So you can use it as a touch-up. This is the consistency. That's just one pump of it. I like to take it, warm it in my hands just a little bit. That one pump, I don't know if you can all see. I wish you could reach through. And what I really enjoy about it is it doesn't weigh your hair down. So if you've got just a little bit of hair, it's fine. You know, you're maybe in your grow back journey, or you're just, through aging, or maybe just genetics, or maybe you've always had fine hair. A lot of times when you use a product that has this beautiful slip to it, it's weighing the hair down and it's super greasy and it's heavy, and you can see it's not. And then also the curl. So a lot of times if you are using something like this, once you curl it, everything falls out. That was my own sound effect. Next, I'm going to go to the hair gel. I started talking about this last week. Let's start with the scent. Somebody said right now, wild orange vanilla. So many great products in the wild orange vanilla. This is not your hair gel of the 1980s or the 90s or the 70s or the 60s or whenever they started making hair gel. So this, first of all, a lot of styling gels are full of very, very harsh chemicals. They've got a lot of alcohol in them. They've got a lot of very drying ingredients. And if you want to hold on to the vitality of your hair and the longevity of great, healthy hair, we don't want things that are going to suck the moisture out of it. So to that point, I also just bought a Turkish towel because I'm going to stop using cotton towels. I read a big thing on that. We don't sell Turkish towels, but if you can find them, I really love that benefit as well. So this is the styling gel. And what this is going to do is going to give you soft control, shiny, manageable hair. It is enhanced. Now, this is important. Proteins in your hair, depending on if it's high porosity or low porosity, can be very difficult. Proteins, if you do too much protein, it can dry your hair out and it can cause it to snap. The protein in this is a natural protein because it's coming from quinoa. And anytime that something is phyto-based, like quinoa is, your body readily accepts it and knows what to do with it, just like your hair. So where you're getting your proteins make a big difference in your hair care. This also contains xylitol from birch trees. That's going to help to promote that healthy scalp. And I am gluten-free. I don't know how many of you are. Gluten and I do not get along, although I can eat a little more of it now that I'm consistently doing my Gut Renew program. But I still can't eat a lot of it. So I love going with a natural product that is gluten-free. I'm going to shake the bottle really quickly. You get us our needs. Why Turkish towel over cotton? Well, think of cotton, right? Cotton, its job is to absorb, right? So if you're sleeping on cotton sheets and you're using cotton in your hair, now this is not something that I know is clinically researched. What I do know is I've worked with multiple experts over the years, and I was doing some research on this, just like all of you do online, and cotton's job is absorbing. So what is it going to absorb? Like I would put my hair product in, comb my hair, and then run my towel back through it. Cotton is going to absorb the product. And it's also going to help to absorb everything. I now sleep on a silk pillowcase, always natural silk, and do not use cotton towels, but that's brand new. Just found out about Turkish towels. So that's for me. Again, I haven't done a ton of research on them, but I have loved what they've done for me so far, because when I lay down at night, I don't want my pillowcase to absorb my skincare, and cotton's job is to absorb. So anyways, relatively new. But I digress. This gel, last week I used it to curl my hair, and I couldn't believe how it like gripped and held the hair shaft. It provided shiny curls that continued to stay in my hair and bounce, and they like manageable and soft. I did not need to take a big can of aerosol hairspray and like spray and spray and spray and spray and spray and spray and spray. That would give me like crispy hair, and it would cause a ton of buildup on my hair as well. Plus, there's a lot of alcohol in a lot of those products. So make sure I'm getting everything legally right on the hair gel. Amino acids are in quinoa, and that's going to help to perform this, like give you this film and the proprietary protection for the hair. So again, protein is great for your hair, depending on the porosity and depending how much protein your hair can naturally take. We've got high or low porosity hair. Go online and search that. And then there's a little test that you can do where you take a glass of water and you drop your hair in it, and whether it sinks or it floats will tell you if your hair is high or low porosity. The gel is amazing. I'm going to shake this bottle really quickly. I'm going to show you the consistency. So I shampooed. First of all, look at this. Like it looks like dessert, doesn't it? I always think it looks like do you ever decorate cookies and they have those little gel frostings? It's this really pretty, soft, like yellowy orange, and it smells exactly like that wild orange vanilla. I really do wish that I could just like reach through the screen. So what I did is shampooed, conditioned, towel, well, Turkish towel, kind of my ends. And then I took my grow back and I put, 8 to 10 pumps in, rubbed it, worked at my ends, worked all the way up, and then combed through it again. Then kind of shook my hair out. I took a decent amount of the gel because I wanted it, knowing that I was going to use so much of the shield and shine, I did want to make sure that my hair was still going to hold a curl. Because once you get this shield and shine on, like you'll see if you've not used it, it honestly does. It's like it takes every single follicle, and it's like silky and it's soft. But with silky and soft, sometimes what you lose is the ability to hold curl or hold shape. And certainly you lose the ability to get volume. So I wanted to combine this. I kind of thought it was like longevity. I understand the health side, but also longevity of a hairstyle that if you've got weddings or reunions or something like that, I want you to have hairstyles that are going to work and are going to stay, and they're going to keep you looking and feeling as great as you did when you left the house. So I'm going to wipe my hand off quickly. And what's happening? Dave, am I missing any questions?
No, you're all caught up.
Oh, you guys, somebody is saying, Chili Mango is saying, I have thin 5 hair and I only need a little bit. It lasts a long time. Patricia's using the gel. Thank you, Patricia. Sassy Custard says, I'm so happy you're on Mondays. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really love coming out shopping with all of you. You guys make my day on Mondays. Mondays can feel kind of doom and gloom, but you guys make my day. So we talked about how much of this. I always shake the bottle. I don't know why. It doesn't say, but anytime I'm using a clean product, because I know that things are different weights, there's no chemicals in this. It's going to, like, you've got double heat protection now because this is your styling agent, shine, curl protector, volumizer, and heat protectant. This is going to do a lot of the same things without getting sticky or gummy or tacky. But I do want to show you, for my amount of hair, I used kind of a lot. Don't judge. That's about how much product I used. And I took it and I rubbed it together, just like I'm doing here. Now this one, I started at my roots. So I went in and I kind of massaged the root area. Then I just got it all over the back. Then I flipped my head upside down and I took and I kind of coated the rest of my hair with it. After that, I'm gonna wipe this off. Dave, will you hand me that little tiny towel?
Sure.
That I dropped? Thank you, dear. Just going to wipe it off because this product goes a long way. Someone says, I'm glad you told us last week that you would be here. Thank you. I am too. I've looked forward to shopping with you guys. Somebody's saying, go right to SuzanneSummers.com. You can see that there's a live show. Yep, that's where we're broadcasting from right now. I don't know. I don't think that we're on Facebook or Instagram Live, but things are ever evolving. So Thank you, Wise Candy, for pointing that out. After that, I just combed it through and then I started to blow dry. And what I got was nice curl, defined curl. And now that my hands are kind of damp, you can also take it and you can help to like rejuvenate. So do you see how like you can bring the life back and the curl back? Now, if I had done that without the Grow Back Shield and Shine, if I got my hair wet, typically this, like all of my top hair would get super, super frizzy. And you can see how it just like, you can kind of rejuvenate it. The styling gel is amazing. Let me know in the chat how you guys are using it and what you love about it, because I would love to hear it. The smell is incredible. Longevity in your style, longevity in the health of your hair, longevity in color, shine. I feel like everything is a little bit more defined as well. I got my hair done just a little bit darker. And you know how you go and you get it colored and then you've got maybe some of the toner and then that kind of washes out for a few days. So sometimes when you do that, your hair can suddenly feel dull, or at least I've found as I've aged, because I am around, I think 70% gray. When I color my hair, it can almost look like black, kind of dull chalk. These two products, I don't like some of these, like the highlights and stuff like that. I had highlights, but I haven't had highlights put in my hair for, I don't know, probably 8 months or so, guessing, give or take. I've just been doing a root touch up and then like an overall gloss or glaze on the hair. So, oh, somebody says Mondays are better. Thank you. Dulce2 says, I'm totally ordering this. Excellent. If you can swing it with the sale price, really try to get both of them. If there's only one, Nick, you've really got to choose. If you've got coarse, thick hair that's hard to manage and you're looking for a smooth, manageable curl that lasts all day without looking crispy, you've already got great healthy hair, I would direct you to the gel. If you are struggling with the health of your hair, it's lost pigment, it feels wiry, you feel like there's breakage, it's just not as healthy as it was, you're looking to feed and nourish the hair as well as shield it and give it shine, this. Like those were my personal needs. That's why this product. And I remember the True Brazilian Styling Serum. Let me know if any of you, Smart Cake says, I just ordered another styling gel using longevity code. Good. Let me know if any of you use the original True Brazilian, because when I joined the company back in March, I remember asking about it right away. And I thought, oh my goodness, please don't tell me it's gone. And then they told me that they updated the formula and this is what it was called now, because that product it was extraordinary then. They took that same formula, they added more to it. Grow Back formula. I'm going to repeat myself for just a moment. Right here, Grow Back. That whole system is all about plant stem cell technology. It's got ashwagandha, it's got rosemary root extract. It is a chemical-free way to help rejuvenate and restore the health of your hair and help to cycle through the 3 phases of hair growth. That's a whole nother show. It's a whole separate thing. I wanted to talk about a few items and I didn't feel that I could do all of them justice if I was rushing too much. So, but let me know in the chat, because I'm working right now to figure out, I'm going to be back on again on Monday. So I hope you can come back and join me next Monday. And I'm looking at either doing another makeup tutorial with some different tips, because a lot of you love that. Could do a full Grow Back. I could talk about anything that we want. So let me know in the comments here if there's something that you're looking forward to. And I know that throughout the week, Suzanne's granddaughters are also hosting fabulous shows. So there's lots of great information that's coming out. In the last few moments, I do want to talk about just overall stress and cortisol. And I wish that I could just get on a soapbox and spend an hour talking about ashwagandha. Supplements are very, very highly regulated in the world of advertisement and sales, whether it be on live television or whether you're on the internet. And so there are limited things that I can share. So first thing I want to tell you is if you haven't tried Suzanne supplements, they are incredibly high quality, fast absorbing, well-made, small batches. They are the most high quality supplements that I've ever taken. And that's a big statement. I've taken lots of supplements. If we're meeting for the first time tonight, I was a home shopping television host for 15 years, and I've worked with lots and lots of different brands, including supplement brands. Her supplements are as pure as every other product that she has created and developed in her entire research and development team. So, ashwagandha is, first of all, how you take it. Once in the morning and once at night, preferably on an empty stomach. And the reason is because what ashwagandha does is it is an adaptogen herb that's going to help with stress management, the stress gene, which is called cortisol. So if you're experiencing a lot of bloating, you feel very puffy, you're losing hair, there's tons of ways that your body is going to showcase that you've got a high cortisol or a high stress level. Ashwagandha is an excellent natural form to help manage that because it's released naturally in the body twice a day, a hormone relief or stress relief rather, morning and night. That's why we're going to tell you to take one of these in the morning and one of them at night. Now, because this is a supplement, I'm going to make sure, like everybody, that I reference some of the paperwork because I want to make sure that I'm getting it right. So you can manage your cortisol by taking this herb. There have been a ton of great clinicals. I spent probably 2 hours today researching all of the clinicals on ashwagandha. Unfortunately, there's not a lot that I'm allowed to say. But if you go online and you start researching, it's one of the top trending and most up and coming natural herbs in the marketplace for multiple reasons, because it is said to assist and facilitate with the support of so many incredible things. So please do that. Chili Mango is saying Suzanne chose some of the best manufacturers to do her private label. Excellent company that reverse engineer studies to create the supplements. There's also a very hands-on team behind the scenes that helps to maintain and independently test the efficacy of the products. Because once they're shipped to you, she will also continue to study them and make sure that what's being made in the bottle is consistent with what was supposed to have been made in the bottle. So it helps to encourage a healthy response to stress. It's been shown to support an elevated mood. How many of us need that? And it creates a calming effect. My experience with elevated cortisol, and I'm not making any medical claims, I'm just sharing my personal experience because I have had a pretty stressful couple of years. A lot of us have. I experienced a lot of bloating, a lot of puffiness, issues with my skin, hair loss that was shedding, like not the 1 to 200 strands a day. That's normal hair shedding. I was in the shower and coming out with clumps. Like, do you ever do that thing where you would web and then you'd like ball it up and you would look and you would think, I just don't know. Like, I don't remember shedding that much hair. That was me. And then I started actually measuring the different clumps. So elevated cortisol will definitely do that. This, again, is an excellent product. It's good for so many other things. I wish that I could go on and about them, but because of legalities, I do want to make sure that I'm staying right in my lane. Now, if I was a cosmetic chemist and I formulated, I would be all over the place with this. But I pride myself in authenticity and honesty, and that's why I've done this for so many years. And so I don't want to overstate things that I'm not qualified to do. But I can tell you it's made a huge difference for me. I do take her supplements exclusively. I think that they're fabulous. All of them are great. Her vitamin D is also extraordinary. Brain fog. She's got really great supplements for so many things. So you can go online and see. So somebody says, hold on. Somebody says, do you wear extensions? I do. I was talking about that about maybe 20 to 30 minutes ago. So Healthy Banana. Hi, Healthy Banana. I do wear extensions. My extensions, well, my natural hair stops right about here. When I started with you guys in March, it was probably about up here. This down here is more of the extension, and I've experienced a lot of hair loss the last few years, and I've also worked on national television, and when you're lit from behind, even a great head of hair can look really sparse. So yes, I do wear extensions, and I want to be very, very authentic about that. The top of my hair, though, so all of this that you see up top, and I could even show like a lot of the underside to it. It's kind of hard to tell now where it ends because it's gotten so much longer, but all of this up top is all my natural hair. And It's really, really, really great. This product, my hair is not great. That's not what I meant. My hair is not great, but the products and how they've worked for me have made my hair feel really silky and soft. And I haven't had hair that feels like that in a really long time. So, okay, let's see what's going on. All of the supplements, including B. Jolene, thank you for sharing in the chat what everybody is taking.
We have 2 votes for makeup tips for next week.
Oh, great.
Sandy and Smart Cake.
Okay, so Sandy and Smart Cake are saying a makeup tutorial. I can definitely do that. I would love to do that. Healthy Banana says, thanks for your honesty. You're welcome. I like to do that. I've done this for a really long time. I've loved working in the world of beauty and educating. And yeah, I mean, I've been so fortunate to work with so many people. And Suzanne, I did a podcast quite a while ago, and somebody asked, who was the most influential person that you've ever worked with? And after 15 years on TV and beauty being kind of a specialty for me, it was without question Suzanne. She was everything that we all watched on screen in every single format and more. I remember meeting her for the first time. She was so vital. Her eyes were so bright. Her hair was so shiny. Her skin was so healthy. She was so sharp, like never brain fog. She was just absolutely incredible. Somebody is saying a hair tutorial from start to finish. So chili mango, what's hard about that is when you've got kinky, wavy hair, blow drying it is a big portion of it and the way that you do that. And so I can't speak over while I'm blow drying it, but I did record a bunch of footage of me styling my hair tonight, and I'm going to send that to the team. And I believe that they're going to compile that and put together a video kind of showing the whole process for how to use these products in styling. Nail polish is amazing. Good. Okay. Hold on. Someone says, I'd like for you to do another gut renew smoothies. Yes. Nail polish. I love it. Yes, I did. I think I've only done one show on the nail polishes. That would be fun to bring one of my little granddaughters in to help with that one. So gut renew smoothies, makeup, nail polish, tutorial, all of these things are noted. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me again on this Monday. I am coming back next Monday. The longevity sale continues online right now. There is a big boutique. There are, I think, 3 to 4 pages of things. All of them are 30% off. Make sure that you go online. That sale ends, by the way, on the 15th. I think today is the 13th, Dave?
Correct. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So Wednesday, that sale is ending. My granddaughter Navy is on her way over. I got my brush ready. Got a couple little healthy snacks ready for Navy. I always got to convince her to let me brush her hair. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for spending your Monday night with me. I really, really appreciate all of the kindness that I'm shown here from all of you. And I hope that you have a wonderful week. And I'm going to be back here, same place, same time on Monday. Let your friends know where to find us, and we'll shop together then. Good night, everybody.